Sri Lankan lawmakers have elected six-time Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe as their new president. The decision means that he, who is currently acting as president, will officially keep the job until 2024. Wickremesinghe is a controversial choice, as much of the public see him as being too close to former President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. But he won the backing of a large majority of lawmakers. Let's bring in correspondent Manira Chowdhury, who is joining us from the Sri Lankan capital, Colombo. What more do we know right now, Manira?
Well, Sarah, as you rightly said, Ranil Wickremesinghe is now officially the president of Sri Lanka. And as you mentioned, he is indeed a controversial figure. All of past few days, we have been seeing protests and big protests by the people here who have been very, very clear with their demand after Gotabaya Rajapaksa resigned that they want Ranil to go home. That was their slogan. From Gota go home to Ranil go home, that has been their slogan. That was very evident on the 13th of July also when he took over as the acting president, when people thronged the Prime Minister's office and occupied it, managed to occupy it, making it very clear that they want him to step down. But now this morning in a secret ballot voting in the parliament, he has emerged victorious. He's got the majority votes.
A charged atmosphere. So what is the mood then like given this decision?
Well, immediately after it became clear from the parliament reporters here and everybody who was talking around that Ranil Wickremesinghe is going to keep the post, will officially become the president. Immediately after that, I'm at the moment at the presidential secretariat, the old parliament. People here who were sitting since morning watching the live streaming of the voting in the parliament taking place just got up and started protesting, raising slogans. And what we are hearing now, right now they're gone, but they're going to be back very soon and will start with more protesting because they're disappointed. The people I've spoken to say that they're not happy, they're disappointed with their choice, and they do not want him to keep this post.
Okay, so tell us, I mean, just walk us through, because there have been many protests in the past days and weeks. Tell us a little bit more about, how Sri Lankans could be voicing their opposition. What might we see in the hours ahead?
So the thing is, the people here, especially those who have been protesting, see Ranil Wickremesinghe as someone, as Gotabaya Rajapaksa's friend, basically. They say that he's someone who is going to take forward the Rajapaksa's legacy. They see him as not only a seasoned politician, but in their words, a failed politician, since he has been the prime minister of the country many times, but never was able to complete the tenure. And they say that in the past, they have seen him collaborating with the Rajapaksas, saving them when he could have actually made them pay for their actions. This is the people's word here. So what they see right now is someone who will in the future will probably offer the Rajapaksa family some protection. So this is why they are very much against him. What they see right now is that someone who is going to be a Rajapaksa's ally as taking power. They want the country to be out of the economic crisis. Many here also say that his Ranil Wickremesinghe's experience will help the country in a way to get out of the crisis, but they are very much against his history with the Rajapaksas, and that is what they're going to voice out now in the coming protest.
Okay, so they want somebody who can provide some accountability going forward, clearly, and move the country to a better place, especially economically speaking. DW correspondent Manira Chowdhury reporting from Colombo. Thank you so much. Well, Wickremesinghe faces the challenge of leading Sri Lanka out of political and economic crisis, as we have just heard. With inflation hitting a record high for the 9th consecutive month, the country's population is struggling to make ends meet.
Milton Pereira cannot afford enough food, and it shows. At age 74, he keeps his hair neatly combed, but other features bear witness to long waits for the next small meal.
It's very difficult to live. Even a loaf of bread is expensive. We have 6 children in the family. We have to skip meals. If we take one meal, we skip another. It's very difficult.
Sri Lankans are cutting back. The World Food Program says 5 out of every 6 families are skipping meals, eating less, or buying worse food. Inside his kitchen, Pereira shows what his family can still put on the table.
We can only buy about 250 grams of fish, and sometimes that is only one fish. We have to cut it into many small pieces so everyone in the family can eat. Because we don't have much money, sometimes we give the fish to the children, and we adults only eat the gravy.
At a nearby vegetable shop, there's no lack of supply. But customers have to pay twice what they did just 3 months ago. For many, healthy produce is no longer affordable.
The people are coming to buy food, but they aren't happy because they don't have money. The prices have gone up. The main reason is there's no way to transport those items because there's no fuel. That's why the prices have gone up.
Colombo's main wholesale market still bustles with customers, traders, and tempting fruits and vegetables. But vendors say business has gone down by half since March because everything's more expensive now.
1 liter petrol, 490 rupees. 1 liter. 1 liter. Diesel also 1 liter, 520. Gas maybe 12.7 kilo also, 4,910 rupees for the wholesale prices. Now they're selling for the 7,900. They are black market.
But at an anti-government protest camp, one man is cultivating a different solution. Not through buying and selling, but growing his own food and then sharing it with others free of charge.
Yeah, I'm very happy. Really, really very happy. People are coming, I am very happy. I give to everything here free. I'm not charged.
Like many Sri Lankans, Theodore Rajapaksa blames the country's former leaders for the current crisis. He believes that his work at the protest camp is a positive influence.
Oh, not going. These people are kicked out. After I am not going, I am here. Because of the Sri Lankan people need this one. That's why I am giving instruction how to make this. That's why I am coming here. My knowledge I want to give to people.
It's knowledge that many people in Sri Lanka may need to feed themselves and their families in a crisis that's just been growing and growing.